Hey and welcome to the Daily Man United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Jadon Sancho training with Dutch club OJC Rosmalen under Erik ten Hag's recommendation. Manchester United star Jadon Sancho is currently training with Dutch club OJC Rosmalen under the recommendation of manager Erik ten Hag. The England international had a bright pre-season with the Red Devils in the summer, and he was decent at the start of the campaign with a couple of key goals. However, his form significantly dipped following the September international break. Sancho was dropped to the bench before being ruled out with an illness. As a result, he failed to make the cut for the World Cup squad, and he is now working privately in the Netherlands with coaches recommended by the manager. The England star joined the Red Devils from Borussia Dortmund with a splendid reputation, but he has struggled to live up to the high expectations with inconsistent displays. He has failed to replicate his performances from his Bundesliga days. This has been due to the higher intensity of the Premier League. He still needs to improve physically and technically. In Ten Hag, he has the right manager to guide him. Sancho should be disappointed by the World Cup snub, but he has a big point to prove when the season restarts. The 60 million euros rated star is no longer a guaranteed starter. With the stunning breakthrough of Alejandro Garnacho, he will need to earn his place in the lineup again. Garnacho and Antony could be the manager's preferred choices out wide following the World Cup. One of Marcus Rashford or Anthony Martial could start up front. Glazer family's announcement of possible sale sees Manchester United stock rise. Manchester United have seen their stocks rise after the Glazer family announced their intention to possibly sell the club, according to the Wall Street Journal. The Old Trafford side saw their shares see a 19% jump in a 20-minute period ahead of the report about the intention of the owners on Sky Sports. It also led to the New York Stock Exchange halting it for a few minutes. Yet, the shares ended the day at almost 15% higher, and it kept on rising in the after hours. The Premier side are one of the biggest in the world, primarily due to their historical achievements. After acquiring the majority shares, the Glazers took over the club 17 years ago. However, their reign has been marred by the club's demise on the footballing stage over the past decade. Since the departure of Sir Alex Ferguson, United have hardly had any major success at the domestic and European stages. We last won the Europa League in 2016 under Jose Mourinho. Unfortunately, the Red Devils have never really had a say in the Premier League race since lifting it, and the club's management has severely underperformed. Former Chief Executive Ed Woodward oversaw most of our business in the transfer market for the majority of the last 10 years, and the English accountant and investment banker evidently failed in his role. United now seem to be going in the right direction under Erik ten Hag. While the Dutch manager had a shaky start to the campaign, we have found our feet once again, but the gaffer will evidently need patience and backing in the transfer market to take us back to the top. The Glazers' willingness to sell the club will come as a relief for most fans. However, we also need to be wary of whether those taking over as owners have the club's best interest at heart. David Beckham open to talks about Manchester United sale. David Beckham could be involved in any takeover bid for Manchester United. According to Financial Times, the United legend is open to holding talks with interested parties bidding for the club. The report states the former England captain's history with United and affinity with its fans could prove vital to any bidders if the Glazers go ahead with a deal, the people said. The current owner said they would consider all strategic alternatives, so an outright sale is not guaranteed. One banker close to the process said United could be sold for close to £7 billion. A bidding war could send it higher, they added. However, some footballing finance experts have said that even a £4 or £5 billion price tag was too high for a club that was unprofitable last year. At these valuations, prospective owners need to have deep pockets, with investors perhaps based in the US or the Middle East eyeing the football club, analysts said. While Beckham alone might not have the wealth to buy Man United, his global reach and affinity with the fans could prove to be a huge boost to any buying parties. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is expected to make an official bid after the Glazers have formally put United for sale. The Dubai Investment Fund is also said to be very interested. Sir Jim Ratcliffe to bid for Manchester United. Sir Jim Ratcliffe will reportedly bid for Manchester United. According to The Telegraph, the British billionaire is likely to approach to buy United once the Glazers put it up for sale. The report states, the owner of petrochemicals giant Lenios will now table a fresh approach, although he is wary about overpaying as insiders suggest the Glazers are looking for a price in excess of £5 billion. The report reads, Ratcliffe previously contacted the Glazers in August but concluded that a deal appeared unlikely. He also has experience dealing with the broker Rain Group as they had been taking offers for Chelsea. There is concern Rain will be pushing for a price beyond United's natural value. Telegraph understands Ratcliffe's failed bid to buy Chelsea over the summer was late because he had been waiting for the price to drop. The Glazers dropped a bombshell statement declaring their interest in third-party investment, including the possibility of a sale. Ratcliffe is said to be a lifelong United fan and has a serious interest in buying the club. However, the report went on to add, the business empire will have already done due diligence on the club. Lenius has a rule when launching takeovers that they expect investment to pay off or increase significantly in value after 3 years. Sources close to Ratcliffe says he always put business logic before passion. Dubai leading the race to buy Manchester United. Dubai are said to be one of the leading parties to buy Manchester United. According to Arabian Business, the Middle Eastern investors are one of the favorites to purchase the club. United released a statement stating they are open to new investment and strategic partnerships. This also included the possibility of a full-blown sale. In September of this year, there were widespread reports in UK media that Dubai could make a move for Man United. The media identified Dubai's sovereign wealth fund as a potential bidder for United if the Glazers decide to sell. Arabian Business also claims that Dubai has been linked with a £10.6 billion offer to buy Man United. It will be a fascinating few days as fans will get to know more and more news surrounding potential buyers. A thing to take into consideration would be how much the new owners would be willing to invest after buying the club. United are in dire need of a complete overhaul, including stadium redevelopment and a new infrastructure. Any new owner must be willing to put £2 to £3 billion to revamp the club's facilities. Moreover, there must be significant investment in the first team squad and the backroom staff. Fans will be hoping that the new owner would hire the best in class in all departments and make United great again. Borussia Monchengladbach and France forward Marcus Thuram attracting interest from Manchester United. Manchester United are considering swooping in for Borussia Monchengladbach and France star Marcus Thuram in the January transfer window, according to Italian journalist Rudy Galetti via Sports Mall. The Red Devils are one of the clubs interested in the 25-year-old currently plying his trade in the Bundesliga. The Le Bleu striker is in the final year of his contract with Mönchengladbach. As a result, clubs keeping an eye on the forward could get a cut price deal on him in the winter, and the Gladbach striker seems to have a price tag of £8.7 million on his head in the upcoming transfer window. Thuram joined the German outfit from French club Guingamp in the summer of 2019. Since then, the 25-year-old had been a regular starter in the Mönchengladbach side. During his time with the Bundesliga outfit, the forward has predominantly played on the left wing, and he has posted decent numbers while playing out wide. However, this season under former Norwich City head coach Daniel Farke, Thuram has been shifted permanently to the number 9 position, and the France international has thrived in the role. The 25-year-old has made 17 appearances in all competitions this season for Gladbach, and the striker has found the back of the net 13 times and has provided 4 assists. United seemingly need a striker, especially after Cristiano Ronaldo's departure by mutual consent. Erik Ten Hag is left with Anthony Martial as the only natural number 9 in the squad. Marcus Rashford has also been deployed up front in the absence of the French attacker. Bolstering the forward line is something most fans have been calling for since the previous transfer window, and Thuram has evidently come into his own this season. Thus, the majority of the fanbase would not mind the son of the legendary Lilian Thuram making his way to Manchester. Man United ready to accelerate pursuit of Barcelona star Memphis Depay. Manchester United are accelerating their pursuit of Barcelona attacker Memphis Depay following the termination of Cristiano Ronaldo's contract, according to Sport. The Red Devils recently parted ways with Ronaldo by mutual consent, and it has been reported that they have saved wages of around £16 million in the process. The club should now pursue a low-cost replacement in January, and the Sport claim that they are already looking to close a deal for Depay from Barcelona. Depay was previously with United between 2015 and 2017, where he had a forgettable stint. He was sold permanently to French club Lyon for £15 million. The Netherlands international has since developed leaps and bounds, and United are now open to reuniting with him when the transfer window reopens. Depay will enter the final 6 months of his contract in January. Barcelona are willing to allow him leave on a free transfer, provided he does not require a payoff. Juventus tried to sign Depay on a free transfer last summer, but the deal fell through due to his wage demands. Barcelona were also not prepared to compensate for his exit. United have the financial power to meet his current wages of £175,000 a week, but the Dutchman may also want a significant signing on fee if Barcelona don't hand him a payoff. It remains to be seen whether the hierarchy are willing to match his requirements. A new striker should be targeted by United this winter, as they can't rely on the fitness of Anthony Martial. Martial has been injured on 3 separate occasions this campaign. Another setback for the Frenchman could see the club playing with just one specialist centre forward in Marcus Rashford. Manchester United to enter bidding war for Jude Bellingham. Manchester United are ready to enter a bidding war to sign Dortmund and England midfielder Jude Bellingham next summer. As reported by the Mirror, United and Liverpool are willing to stamp up the £130 million the German side is demanding to part with the player. Bellingham has impressed for Dortmund this season, making history by becoming the youngest Bundesliga captain of all time. Erling Haaland's departure last summer left Dortmund needing a new talisman. Bellingham has stepped seamlessly into the role with outstanding performances in the Champions League, backing up his league form. Bellingham has scored 9 goals in all competitions this year, adding numbers to his impressive all-round game. A natural box-to-box midfielder in the mold of United legend Brian Robson, Bellingham will have his peak of clubs come the end of the season. The Englishman is expected to leave Dortmund in the summer and will be bracing themselves for a barrage of bids from across Europe. Bellingham's current deal ran until the summer of 2025, leaving the Germans in a strong position when negotiating a top price. The 19-year-old got his World Cup campaign off to the perfect start on Monday, opening the scoring for England in their 6-2 demolition of Iran. To inflate their asking price, Dortmund will be hoping Bellingham can continue his form on the biggest stage. It's reported that United was close to signing Bellingham before he moved from Birmingham to the German side, with the midfielder being shown around the Carrington training complex. Ultimately, it wasn't enough to lure the youngster to Manchester, who plumped for Dortmund and has excelled in his 2 years in front of the yellow wall. United will face stiff competition from not just Liverpool, but all of Europe's top clubs in their attempts to sign the star, whose personality and temperament are as impressive as his ability. Erik Ten Hag would welcome the addition of Bellingham, who would provide him with the perfect base to build his team around as he plots United's way back to the top. I will be uploading daily Man United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.